Hey everyone, I have an exciting announcement to make. We're going to start doing a timeline park contest. Well, it's called a contest, but the focus is more on making a nice big park for your own. Now, the timeline park contest is a contest where everyone will start off by making a small park which grows over time. So every month something will have to be added to the park and or the surroundings. This contest puts a focus on storytelling. You can also join in the contest at a later time, and it's also no problem if you miss a round during any of this timeline park contest. But for the rounds that you miss, you'll have to provide a save file later. But that will all be explained in a bit. Anyway, here's how it's going to work. So throughout the year 2021, I will release the rules for a new stage of the timeline park every month. Now, in the first stage, you will build a small park with the landscape surrounding it. In the later stages, you expand your park and add things to it. When you're done with a stage, you can submit your save file to me in a direct message on Discord. For the name of the save file, put your Discord name and stage name, for example, Emil stage 1.sv6. You should also provide a story for the stage of the park, as the focus in this contest is more on storytelling. At the end of every month, I will gather all the save files I have received for a stage, and I will make a reviewing form where everyone can leave a review for every park. Then when the reviewing is done, I will show all the parks that I have received in the video. If you have missed one or more rounds, you can also join the contest in a later stage. You will, however, need to submit a save file for every stage. For example, if you missed the first stages but you want to join in stage 4, you must also submit a save file to me for stage 1, 2 and 3, where your park gets started and slowly expands. You will not get reviews for the missed stages you submit, however. At the end of year 2021, everyone who followed along should have a nice and big park they can be proud of. All the timeline parks and the stories for every stage will go in a big rating pool where all the members of the Discord can give them a rating, and then the winner for this contest is determined. Now, I will also make several videos showing off the progress of some of the parks while telling the stories the players have provided. So I think that will provide for some nice video content. Okay, basically those are the rules for the entire timeline park contest. Now, I said the contest would run throughout the year 2021, but I have already made the rules for the first stage, so I think it will be nice if we already start on the first round. So without further ado, here will be the rules for the first stage of the timeline park. So, of course every park needs a beginning. So for this first stage, you will have to create the beginnings of your park and the landscape surrounding it. How your park starts is up to you. Maybe you want your park to start as a public park in the middle of a town, or maybe you bought an old farm and decided to build some rides to entertain the local folks. Maybe you colonized a planet and decided to provide some entertainment to the local aliens. Whatever you choose, you will be working on the same map for the rest of the contest, so choose wisely. Now, here's a little example story that I've made for the park that you see in the video. This is just an example park that I made in an hour. So here's the story. After the passing of Sir Henry Dirkling, his orchard was inherited by his sons. One of the sons, James Dirkling, wanted to try something different, so he opened up a part of the orchard for visitors who could then race around on the land in dirt carts. He also made a maze using some of the local grown corn and started selling corn products. His brothers didn't think much of it, but James was determined to prove them wrong. So, for the first round, here are the rules. So, rule 1, your map, so the entire map, must be in the range of 80 by 80 to 100 by 100 tiles. This big size will be to allow for all of the stages to fit in your park in later stages. Now, for this first round, rule 2, for this first round, the park area should not be more than approximately 200 tiles big. So you could, for example, go for an area of 10 by 20 tiles, or 12 by 16 tiles, or something irregular. You are allowed, rule 3, you are allowed to build up to 3 gentle rides or trail rides. Coasters will be added in later rounds. Rule 4, there must be a road that leads to the park and a small parking lot. These can be outside the actual park area. Rule 5, you must build a landscape surrounding the park. You could, for example, fill it up with farmland, with forests, a town, cliffs, water, or anything else that looks interesting. In later rounds, your park will expand into this landscape. If it is too time consuming to fill up the entire map, you are allowed to black tile parts of the map. I recommend using a black tile palette. Now, rule 6, the end date of this stage will be the 16th of January 2021 at 7 in the evening Central European time. If you miss this date, you can always submit a map for this stage later, without it being reviewed. Rule 7, most important rule, have fun. So all this information will also be available in the contest rules document, which I have linked in the video description. Alright, that was all you need to know. I hope to see many people join in this timeline park contest. I think it will be a really fun new way to build parks, and yeah, I'm looking forward to all your entries. If you're joining this contest, good luck and have fun.